Good morning. Am I audible? Hello. Yes, am I audible? Somebody please reply. Okay, so we'll start in just 2 to 3 minutes, okay? Just wait for 1 2 minutes, then we will start, okay? So like we will start. So what we have discussed in the last lecture, like we have started with the signaling encoding technique, that different type of the digital to digital conversion technique that we have discussed. Okay, like if you have zeros, ones, a number of strings are there. So how the digital signal going to generate it out of that, which is actually differ for the different type of the communication. So that's considered as a signal encoding technique. Then we have also discussed about the block coding technique. Okay, so you have a 3-bit output is going to convert into the 5-bit. So that's convert as a block coding. And why the block coding is required? To add extra features like error correcting, error detecting. Okay, so that's considered as a block coding feature. Your voice is low. Is it with everyone, or my voice is audible to everyone? Yes or no? Please tell me. Okay, chaliye. So check your connection, those who have the voice. Then after we have discussed about the analog to, digital to analog conversion, in which digital to analog conversion, what are the different technique we have? That this technique is depend on the 3 factor: amplitude, phase, and frequency. Okay. So we have discussed a 3 type of the digital to analog conversion technique, which is named as a ASK, FSK, and PSK. And what is the rule of this, all this technique? Like whatever the shifting technique that you are using, another 2 parameter going to constant. You can say like that if there is a ASK, amplitude shifting, so the amplitude is going to vary as per your digital data vary. Like if अगर आपका data है वो zeros ones variation हो रहा है, so we can say your output amplitude is going to vary in ASK. Okay, So in ASK, only amplitude vary, frequency and phase going to same. While we can say in FSK, what happened? Frequency going to change with respect to ones and zero, while remaining two parameter going to constant. And while in a phase, your phase is going to change with respect to zeros and ones, while another two parameter is remain constant. So these are the basic technique that we have discussed in the last lecture, as well as we have ended our lecture at the QPSK. So QPSK is nothing but there is a multiple phase allocation scheme. So rather than to giving a two phase only 0 and 90, if you are having a multi-level voltage system are there, like you can say you are having a 4 voltage level system. So for each voltage level, you require a 2 bit. So what is going to be happen in PSK, like each 2 bit present with the new phase. So if you are having a 4 such type of the phases are there, that's considered as a QPSK type of the thing. And we have discussed such constellation diagram for also there. And what is constellation diagram and how the QPSK is going to present it. So this type of the stuff we have discussed so far in this digital to analog conversion technique. Now, another type of the conversion, which is analog to digital. So one of the analog to digital we have already discussed, like by using a PCM, by using a delta modulation, we are having a conversion of analog to digital that we have already discussed. Over here, it's analog to analog, not analog to digital. So which one is remaining? Analog to digital, PCM, delta modulation. That's the analog to digital conversion. Digital to digital conversion, that NRZ, RZ, bypass Manchester, AMI, pseudo ternary. These all technique are digital to digital conversion. Which technique is for digital to analog conversion? ASK, FSK, PSK. Now what is remaining? Analog to analog conversion. Four technique होती है, analog to digital, analog to analog, digital to analog, digital to digital. So 3 we have discussed. 4th one, which is we have analog to analog. Rutik, please mute your mic. Rutik. Hello, Rutik. So in the analog to analog conversion, it is also look like a similar name as we have discussed on the digital to analog conversion. 3 type of the analog to analog conversion. Now, what do you mean by analog to analog? Your data is also analog. Your output signal is also analog. But why we need this technique? Now, for that, there are a basic example, and this thing you need to keep in mind because it's a generalized stuff we have. So why we need a such type of the modulation and such type of the technique? There is a simple example we have. Like you can say, we are having a several radio station at our city. Okay, Red FM is there, Radio Mirchi is there. So there are a multiple radio station is there. You know that what is the audible frequency of human? 20 to 20 kilohertz. So we can say ultimately whatever the transmission, audio transmission is going to happen, that audio range is always 20 to 20 kilohertz. Now consider like that there are a multiple radio station are there. They all are transmitting on the same audible range 20 to 20 kilohertz. So what are the chances? Like सब लोग एक ही frequency range में बोल रहे हैं. So it is going to collide and create a collision between all of them, and no proper information you can receive. एक साथ ऐसा हो गया कि पूरे क्लास में एक साथ सब लोग बोलना चालू करोगे. So can we digest any information? No. Why? Because it is ultimately converted into the noise and interference. So to separate out like different transmission where input source is the same, आपका input source audible ही है, लेकिन फिर भी आपको अलग-अलग स्टेशन से ट्रांसमिट करना है, तो आपको क्या चाहिए? You required a different station to transmit that on different frequency. So your input is same, 20 to 20 kilohertz audible range. But by using a such technique of AM, FM, PM, what you are doing, ultimately you are superimposing your low level frequency into the high level frequency. Like आपका audible range 20 kilohertz का है, but you are transmitting it as a radio station into 98.3 Red FM. So you can say 98, Radio Mirchi, we can say 98.3. It means their carrier frequency is a 98.3 megahertz. तो आप किलोवाट्स का सिग्नल मेगाहर्ट्ज के ऊपर सुपर इम्पोज कर रहे हो और बाद में ट्रांसमिट कर रहे हो. सो यू कैन से whenever you tune a different station, different human voice you can receive. So to separate out the same information, that modulation is required. Another type of the requirement is there, reduce the height of antenna. Whenever we can say, whenever you want to transmit the data or transmit the signal, their antenna size is going to be lambda by 4. Now what do you mean by lambda? Wavelength. So what is the relationship between wavelength and frequency? Yes? Frequency upon F is equal to lambda, F is equal to C by lambda. F equal to C by lambda, we can say. So if you have frequency, let's say you have a frequency of 20 kilohertz, which is your human voice. So 20 kilohertz, which is your frequency, you can convert into the lambda by that F equal to C by lambda. Now the antenna height is going to be lambda by 4. So if you calculate that if you are transmitting through the lower frequency like 20 kilohertz, and you are transmitting with the high frequency 98.3 megahertz. So if you identify that which lambda is going to lower frequency in megahertz, frequency in kilohertz. So lambda किसका ज्यादा होगा और किसका कम होगा? Kilohertz का ज्यादा होगा. Why? Because it's inversely proportional. F equal to C by lambda. So frequency higher, lambda lower. Frequency lower, lambda higher. So we can say for lower frequency, you need to set up a very high, or we can say very tall antenna you need to install. While we can say radio station, if your frequency in megahertz, even if it is a higher, you require a small antenna to transmit. Okay, so that is the reason, that second reason to reduce the height of antenna, we require such type of the modulation technique. So what are the different modulation techniques we have? Just a second. Just a second, let me share the lecture link on Canvas. Sorry, in Google. Chalo. Yes. So there are three type of the modulation technique: AM, FM, and PM. So it is look like a similar, like what is amplitude modulation, where amplitude change. What is frequency modulation? Frequency change. What is phase modulation? Phase going to change. But how? We will see from this diagram. So your red color signal is your information, while your black color signal is going to your carrier signal, high frequency signal. And it is also work on the same principle, you require a multiplier. So what are the things going to be happen in multiplier? When you multiply this signal with this one, whatever the shape of this signal is there, according to there, your carrier frequency amplitude going to change. So what is the definition of amplitude modulation? Your modulated signal, or you can say your carrier signal, will change their amplitude according to the information signal. आपका जो हाई फ्रीक्वेंसी का कैरियर सिग्नल है वो कैसे वेरी करेगा अपना एम्पलीट्यूड? जैसे आपका इंफॉर्मेशन सिग्नल है. If you are doing such type of the modulation technique is considered as a AM modulation. It's a similar type of the stuff in a ASK. While in ASK data is digital, well over here data is analog. That's the only difference. Rest of the stuff is home. Similarly, we can say like what is the amplitude modulation, that band and such type of the thing that we also discussed. So what is the total bandwidth required for AM, which is going to be identified by bandwidth for AM equal to twice of AB. Now, what do you mean by that twice of AB? You can say like that. let's say you have a 20 kilohertz of your or 20 megahertz of your carrier signal. Okay. So what is the overall bandwidth is going to be there? Your bandwidth is equal to whatever your information bandwidth. Let's say आप उसके ऊपर 20 kilohertz का voice signal भेज रहे हो. So your bandwidth is going to 40 kilohertz. Okay, your bandwidth is going to 40 kilohertz. But वो 40 kilohertz कहाँ पे? जो आपके carrier frequency आपने use किया. Let's say you have a 20 megahertz carrier frequency you have used. So from 20 kilohertz consider as a center. 20 megahertz consider as a center. 20 kilohertz left side, 20 kilohertz right side. Likewise, there is a twice of the bandwidth is going to allocate. So these are the example, like you can say. You can say like 98.3 megahertz, which is your radio frequency. So what is the bandwidth it is allocated to them? If that is going with the AM modulation, it is like 98.3, which is your FC center. और उसके आजू बाजू में आपका कितने किलोहर्ट्ज का सिग्नल है? आप बोल रहे हो कि मेरे पास 15 किलोहर्ट्ज का वॉइस सिग्नल है. So 15 kilohertz this side, 15 kilohertz this side. So overall 30 kilohertz bandwidth you required, considering the center as a 98.3. समझ रहे हो सब लोग? That's the bandwidth calculation is there. Okay. और if there are radio frequencies or such different radio, इसीलिए होता है ना आप 92.7 से बटन आप घुमाना चालू करो तो धीरे धीरे जहां पे भी ये फ्रीक्वेंसी मैच होगी वहां पे आपको प्रॉपर सिग्नल मिलेगा. So we can say there are a dedicated band bucket is allocated to all the radio station. So this type of the bandwidth allocation is there. Well, we can say total bandwidth which is required for the FM is determined by the bandwidth of the audio signal twice of 1 plus beta and multiply by B. Now what is this beta and all the stuff we have whenever we go with the FM modulation and all the stuff? Beta is going to be identified. Now, this is the point of FM modulation. Okay. So in FM frequency modulation, तो क्या होगा? Is your amplitude going to change of your information? Which parameter going to change? Frequency. Amplitude modulation में क्या होता था? Information signal का amplitude change होने पे carrier signal का amplitude change होता था. FM में क्या होगा? Amplitude of your information change, frequency of your carrier signal change. Okay. But what are the bandwidth is there? Bandwidth is not directly twice of beta, but 1 plus beta is. Now beta is going to be that factor, a frequency factor, that how much minimum to maximum frequency you're supposed to allocate. So it is look like this one. And it is a similar as a FSK. FSK में भी हम voltage control oscillator use करते थे. As the voltage change, your variable frequency going to change and the output is going to be like. So what happened? Whenever you have a higher amplitude, your frequency is higher. Whenever you have a lower amplitude, your frequency is lower. So जैसे frequency बढ़ेगी, आपका carrier frequency का frequency बढ़ेगा. If your amplitude of your audio input signal is going to lose, but it's going to reduce, your frequency also going to reduce. So there are a center F frequency, let's say that 92.7. So what are the bandwidth? Bandwidth is going to twice of B, but 1 plus beta, which is going to be a damping factor. That's going to be considered that how much minimum to maximum frequency variation you are giving by considering that center. Actually, in a frequency modulation, we require the infinite bandwidth. Ideally, we require the infinite bandwidth. Why? Because you cannot directly judge like that if that much of amplitude vary. So your range is from lower to higher. So whenever you create a such type of the voltage control based frequency, your main band is over here. आपका जो main band होगा जो यहाँ पे मैंने दिखाया है, like just main band will be this one. But उसका damping जो harmonic होते वो infinite तक हो. That's why it is going to be happen like that. आप कभी try करिएगा. You can just whenever you are having a multiple radio station which is nearby, multiple radio station is going to nearby, and when you go with the center frequency of both of them, you can listen the both of the signal. आपको ये सिग्नल भी मिलेगा, ये सिग्नल भी मिलेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि उन दोनों का हार्मोनिक्स है वो दोनों साइड तक जाता है. It is creating a interlapping between both of them. So ideally we require the infinite bandwidth because यहाँ पे कुछ dedicated fix नहीं है. Like कौन सी frequency चाहिए? It is vary from as per the amplitude. So that's the one thing we have. So that's why if you can see over here, you have a fixed band. अगर आप amplitude modulation कर रहे हो, so 10 kilohertz उसके बाद दूसरा station, because your signal is very band limited. While in a frequency modulation signal, such type of the case is not there. You must put some band between them, or we can say guard band between them. दो स्टेशन आपके पास है रेडियो के, तो उसके बीच में आपको एक नो स्टेशन रखना पड़ेगा. क्यों? As I have told you, it is an infinite bandwidth. So दोनों स्टेशन को अपना सिग्नल इंटरलैप ना करे, इंटरफियर ना करे, इसके लिए हमको बीच में गार्ड बैंड, और यू कैन से वॉइड बैंड वी नीड टू पुट, जहां पे कोई भी ट्रांसमिट नहीं करेगा. And why this is so? Because it will give you the non-interference between two stations. Quality of transmission is always better in FM rather than AM. In television transmission, there are two types of the audio and video transmission majorly going to discuss. Okay, whenever we using a television transmission like from Doordarshan or from, you can say, your Dish TV antenna, they are using a AM modulation. Why? Because AM modulation में आपको बैंड लिमिट करने का फ्रीडम मिलता है कि ये बैंड के बाद दूसरा बैंड तुरंत रख दो, बीच में गार्ड बैंड ना रखो तो चलेगा. Why? Because that is like TV band, it's near about 7 megahertz band you required for one television station. जो भी आपका टाटा स्काई से या कोई भी चैनल मिल रहा है, उसमें हर एक चैनल जो आपको मिल रही है, which is required a 7 megahertz band. ठीक है? So 7 megahertz का FM modulation करो तो infinite band आपको चाहिए. So such type of the very dense, like multiple channels आ रही है, सब लोग अपना channel launch कर रहे हैं. So in dedicated space, if you want to fit a multiple channels, you require a very good management in terms of setting a band. तो इसलिए AM सबसे ज्यादा benefited रहेगा. क्यों? क्योंकि ऐसे गार्ड बैंड उसके लिए नहीं चाहिए. While in radio station सिटी में कितने होते हैं? 40-50 तो होते नहीं, 3-4 maximum 10 you can say. So in that you are having kind of the freedom to put the guard band in there. But channel तो 400 है, radio station तो 10-12 है. So we can say FM is good for radio station, while AM is good for television set. Next is a phase modulation. Now phase modulation, which is look like, we can say, frequency modulation, but it is not actually. That phase modulation will be say like that, whenever your frequency going to be higher, your phase variation is also going to higher. Whenever your frequency, whenever your input amplitude is going to lower, your phase is also going to be lower. So that's the basic characteristic. It is look like a frequency modulation signal, but no. If you have seen a previous diagram, at the peak of the information, your frequency is maximum. Well, it is not the case in this one. While for the initial starting, your signal is like, if you are changing the phase, like 0 था उसका 90 कर दिया, amplitude change हो रहा है, so you are continuously changing the phase. So when it is going to rise from lower, like 0 to higher, your signal is going to squeeze. While when you are going from lower, from peak to 0, it is going to expand. Then if you are going from 0 to negative side, again it is going to squeeze. So we can say whenever from minimum to higher you are giving, your sequence is going to squeeze, while from higher to 0, it is again going to release, and again from 0 to negative side, again it's going to squeeze. So likewise, the phase modulated signal is going to be. So that's considered as a PM type of stuff. We also required a VCO, but we required the differentiator block, d by dt. So whatever the signal you are giving, it is always entirely passed through the, I can say that a differentiator block. Differentiator is nothing but one type of the op-amp. Like जिन लोगों ने PM का experiment किया, phase modulation का, you know there are a op-amp we have choose. It's nothing but it is passed through the op-amp. So it is a similar type of the bandwidth we required as the FM, 2 multiplied by 1 plus beta and the B. That's the bandwidth you require. So these are the stuff we have in a एनालॉग टू एनालॉग कन्वर्जन. सो 4 टेक्निक हमने देखी. फिर से मैं रिपीट करता हूं. डिजिटल टू डिजिटल, which technique? Manchester, NRZ, RZ, pseudo ternary, AMI. This is digital to digital. Analog to analog, AM, FM, PM. Analog to digital, PCM, delta modulator. And digital to analog, ASK, FSK, and PSK. These are the techniques. Any doubt in this chapter to anybody? Please tell me. Any doubt, any query? No? चलिए तो नया चैप्टर स्टार्ट करते हैं. Just let me give me a 2 minute. Okay. एक पानी आपको. Yeah. So what is our next topic? Our next topic, which we have directly chosen from. Let me just share the full screen mode. And the technique that, or the topic that we are using this chapter, which is bandwidth utilization, multiplexing, and spreading. Now, what do you mean by bandwidth utilization, multiplexing, and spreading? That we need to see over here. So first of all, there are 2 terms we have. There are 2 terms. First term, just a second. Yeah. So 2 terms we have. First, which is a bandwidth utilization. Second is going to be the multiplexing. Okay. And multiplexing also, we are having another term which is related as a spread spectrum. So what do you mean by bandwidth utilization? It's nothing but it's a simple like it is the wise use of available bandwidth to achieve a specific goal. Okay. Efficiency can be achieved by the multiplexing, while privacy and anti-jamming can be achieved by the spreading. So what is a multiplexing like? You can, I already, if I'm not forgot, I have just gone through this sentence. Like if you can say there are one particular channel is there. Let's say you have subscribed for 20 Mbps channel. आपने 20 Mbps का कोई प्लान लिया है, okay, इंटरनेट का. But from your device, maximum you can use only just 5 Mbps. So we can say rest of the 15 Mbps is unused. So rather than that, you are only using that 20 Mbps channel, simultaneously 4 devices is going to use the same channel. So we can say whatever the band is allocated to one channel, which is using just the 1/4 of their span, now we are multiplexing all the 4 channels and giving the same channel location. So we can say 4 channel is going to combine into the same span and they are doing a communication simultaneously. So that is a process of doing a multiplexing. Like आपके पास band ज़्यादा है, उसको use करने वाला, like that it is required a very less space. So what you are doing, such type of the similar type of the sources you are combining and utilizing a larger band. That's considered as a multiplexing. Okay. While in a spread spectrum, or we can say spreading is nothing but you are having a small frequency, but you are expanding into the large band. Like आपको 5 Mbps का speed चाहिए, but you are consuming a 20 Mbps speed. So what you are doing, ultimately you are generating your requirement 4 times larger. Why we need that? Because in such a communication, we can say like in a mobile communication, in a Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, Zigbee, spread spectrum is going to be there. So actually the required band is going to lower. but whenever it is start transmitting, it is consumed the large band. So from smaller to larger, if it is expand, is considered as a spread spectrum. While larger band and multiple such similar type of the source use the large band, it's considered as a multiplexing. That's the two terminology you need to keep in mind. So multiplexing, whenever the bandwidth of medium linking two device is greater than the bandwidth need of the device, the link can be shared. Multiplexing is set of the technique that allows the simultaneous transmission of multiple signals across the signal data link. Data and telecommunication use increase, so thus the traffic is also. So what's going to be happen previously, like why the multiplexing and all the stuff that is going to be required, like you can say, just consider the example of, you can say in a Marwadi. So whenever it started in 2009, there are 240 students are only there. But right now, there are thousands of students are there. So whatever the tower, let's consider that when it is changing from 240 to, let's say, 500. So whatever the capacity of this particular area, it's increased the double. So you can say traffic is also going to use, it's increased to double. Now to fulfill the traffic, two things you have. Either you install a new tower, okay, or what you can do on the available resources, you use the bandwidth sharing. So previously जो लोग 240 जो जितने लोग थे वो जितना बैंड यूटिलाइज कर रहे हैं, अभी आप ऐसा सिस्टम बना रहे हो कि आप उसमें 500 लोग को भी एकोमोडेट कर सकते हो. So that's considered as a multiplex. Okay, that's the all and all stuff we have. So three type of the multiplexing we have: frequency division, time division, and wavelength division. Okay, so multiplexing is nothing but you can say there are a multiple channels are there. You are linking to a single channel. Okay, जैसे कि आप ऐसा कर रहे हो कि Idea, let's take there is an Idea or Vodafone, or we can say that's Reliance is there. So whenever telecommunication department will give one specific band to one company, कि अगर आप Reliance Jio से आप अपना transmission कर रहे हो, so how they will know, how the Reliance Jio will know that in which band I supposed to transmit. और ये डिपेंडेंसी रहती है कि जो गवर्नमेंट ने एक बैंड लाइसेंस एलोकेट किया कि जियो का बैंड कितने मेगाहर्ट्ज का है, सो अकॉर्डिंग टू दैट दे नीड टू फैब्रिकेट द सिम कार्ड आल्सो. जियो का सिम कार्ड आप लगा के वोडाफोन के टावर में बात नहीं कर सकते हो, एक्सपेक्ट यू आर रोमिंग आउटसाइड, जहां पे वॉल्स का टावर नहीं और ये दोनों कंपनी के बीच में कुछ लिंकेज है, यू कैन डू दैट. बट इफ यू आर लोकलाइज राइट नाउ इन यू हैव जियो सिम कार्ड, you cannot communicate through the tower of Vodafone. इसलिए आपके सामने यहाँ पे टावर है, अगर वो टावर वोडाफोन का है, आपने जियो का सिम कार्ड लगाया है, तो आप वो टावर से बात नहीं कर सकते. क्यों? क्योंकि वो कंपनी का टावर नहीं है. तो मीनिंग क्या हुआ उसका, जो फ्रीक्वेंसी ये सिम कार्ड के द्वारा जनरेट हो रही है वो रिसेप्शन करने के लिए यहाँ पे टावर ही नहीं है. So we can say there are a different frequency band are allocated to different company. Okay, so whenever let's say अभी जियो का टावर यहाँ पे लग गया, उसमें उन लोगों ने ऐसा सोचा कि भाई ये एरिया पे जियो का टावर लगा, अभी 200 का कैपेसिटी है, ठीक है. So according to that, whatever the band they have divided the frequency. इतना frequency पहले कस्टमर को, दूसरे कस्टमर को, likewise they are dividing the entire band. So that's going to be happen. You are having an n number of input. You are combining all of them and giving to one particular band, which is dedicated for that communication. That's considered as a multiplex. Okay. While in another side also, what do you mean by demultiplexing? It is separate out. Like you are giving to the individual channel. So you are transmitting as a alone to another person. So whenever the tower to tower communicate, they are having a multiplex band. But whenever it is retransmitted through the another tower, it is a demultiplex. So it is giving to the one-to-one channel. So three type of the multiplexing we have: frequency division, wavelength division, and time division. So frequency division and wavelength division, it's a analog, while time division, it is a digital. Frequency division multiplexing, it is used in a majority of the case. Like you can say in a television transmission, radio transmission, multiple satellite communication, FDM is used. While wavelength division multiplexing specifically used in a optical fiber communication. Why? Because it is a light multiplexing and we require a prism, some lens. Okay. such type of the arrangement we require to do that wavelength division multiplexing. So wavelength division used in optical fiber communication, while frequency is used in a majority of the wireless communication or wired communication. While time division is also digital, it is used in a wired and wireless both, but it is used with the digital signals. So what is a frequency division multiplexing? Frequency division multiplexing, which is a simple technique, like you are having a input lines are there, each required a specific type of the data. Like one channel could require a 5 MB, we can say 5 megahertz, another required a 5 megahertz, another required 5. So what you have a 15 megahertz common channel, and you are multiplexing all these 5 and giving a specific frequency carrier. कि आप ऐसा सोचिए कि राजकोट के लिए आपने 70 मेगाहर्ट्ज से लेके 100 मेगाहर्ट्ज का एफएम का बैंड आपने फिक्स किया है. So whatever this band is there, what I'm talking about, whenever you hear the radio, do you know from where this radio transmission is going to be happening in Rajkot? राजकोट में से कहीं से तो ये रेडियो का ट्रांसमिशन होता होगा ना, तो आप पूरे सिटी में सुन सकते हो. Now it is not like that. ये रेडियो मिर्ची वालों का ऑफिस अगर आई कैन से निर्मला रोड पे है तो वो वहां पे ट्रांसमिट कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि अगर उसका ऑफिस निर्मला रोड पे है तो आप कालावाड़ रोड पे अच्छा उसका अच्छा that voice quality is good, but if you go to the Ahmedabad side, quality always going to reduce. और वहां पे निर्मला रोड पे कितना बड़ा टावर लगा होगा तो वो up to the I can say चोटीला तक वो आप सुनाई दे सकता है. It's a difficult for holding a such higher height of the antenna and transmit individually. What is actually going to be happen? जितने भी radio station है राजकोट में, they all are combined and it is transmitted through the RGDM tower. Have you seen the RGDM big tower? Previously, it is transmitted a Doordarshan from that. Right now, it is a digital, so nothing will be there. But from their tower, entire radio station, all the radio information is going to combine over there, और वहां से पूरे city में transmit हो रहा है. And it is the highest, we can say very high tower, high size of the tower, so entire city can receive the transmission or receive that particular stuff. Okay. Now, अभी आप सोचिए कि एक रेडियो स्टेशन कालावाड़ रोड पे है, दूसरा निर्मला रोड पे है वहां पे, so सब combine हो गए ना कहीं पे. So that's the stuff over here. There are an input line is there combined and it is reached to the radio transmission station at RGDM. And from that RGDM, there are only a single antenna which is transmitting all the stuff in a combined band. वो सब चैनल एक साथ भेज रहा है. आप ट्यून करिए, आपने 98.3 ट्यून किया तो आपको वही बैंड सुनने को मिलेगा. Rest of the thing is going to filter out. So it is going to be happen whenever from such tower to tower going to communicate, or whenever. What is the meaning of this combining? Combining is meaning like that. From different source, there are a different input line coming and it is transmitted through the different channel. कि आपने जो ये पूरा बैंड किया उसमें ये 98.3, ये 92.7, likewise you have given a specific channel, their carrier frequency, and all are transmitted combined. So that's considered as a frequency division. FDM is an analog multiplexing technique that combine analog signals, and it is going to be happen like this one. You see there are a baseband signal, or we can say input signal are differ. ये अलग signal है, ये अलग signal है, लेकिन वो किसके ऊपर modulate हो रहा है? FDM, it's going to be happen. Which type of the modulation technique you are observing over here? अभी हमने थोड़ी देर पहले पढ़ा. Can you tell me which type of the modulation technique is this? Amplitude modulation. Why? Because the amplitude of your carrier signal is changing as per the input signal. So तीनों signal जो input signal थे उसका carrier frequency अलग अलग है. देखिए F1, F2 and F3. All frequency are different and all are getting A modulated, and combinedly it is creating a combined signal like this one. Whenever we are retrieving it back, we know that like in AM, that much of the bandwidth you need to give. Like center frequency is F, and whatever the frequency of this one, twice of that frequency you take. So such type of the filter you can put it over here. Like ये filter में center frequency कैसा होगा? F1. उसके आजू बाजू में जितना frequency signal का है, so you put a such first filter, second filter and third filter. And as you know that all this filter having a center frequency F1, F2 and F3 different. So different signal you can retrieve it back from this combined signal. और फिर से उसका demodulator कर दीजिए, you will retrieve the original signal back. Are you getting my point? These are the thing is going to be happening. Okay. So, and this technique is also going to be applied in satellite communication also. Satellite communication भी ऐसा ही होगा, like जो there are a single geostationary antenna, geostationary satellite is there. ये क्या geostationary satellite हम आगे पढ़ेंगे. Like there is a one, आपने देखा होगा जितने भी डिश टीवी जो भी एंटेना है आप जो अपनी छत पे लगाते हो, it is only having in one phase only. आपने देखा एक एंटेना ऐसा दूसरी डायरेक्शन, नो, they all having on a same direction, same phase में, or on same phase it is going to pointed towards the one direction. Why? Because there is a one single satellite is there which is situated near about 16,000 kilometers from the earth, and from that level it is look like a continuously focusing on one particular area or one particular region. So we also need to set our DTH antenna into the one direction only. Okay, so यहाँ पे भी ऐसा ही होगा कि सैटेलाइट तो आपके पास एक ही है, लेकिन चैनल तो आपके पास 400 है. तो क्या होता होगा, whenever from one particular station you are transmitting all the channels, it is first get multiplex, then it is given to the satellite, and from the satellite it is transmitting all the channels. Whatever you have subscribed, whatever you have tuned from your TV set, आप TV set में 173 करते हो, so 173 whatever the allocated channel is there, that filter frequency going to set in your DTH set. समझ रहे हो ये इसके पीछे का पूरा लॉजिक क्या है? आप 173 रिमोट पे प्रेस करते हो तो क्या होगा, जो भी आपका DTH बॉक्स है उसमें 173 चैनल के लिए कौन सा फिल्टर चाहिए, कौन सी कैरियर फ्रीक्वेंसी चाहिए, दैट फ्रीक्वेंसी स्टार्ट गिविंग टू द वन फिल्टर, और वो फिल्टर के हिसाब से वो चैनल आपका रिसीव होना चालू होगा. That's the overall logic and science behind that transmission, multiplexing, demultiplexing. Everyone understood? Just a second. Yes. Okay. So this is the last example we are going to see, and we're going to end. So this is the example of another, you can say, amplitude modulation, as well as it is an example of FDM. So there are a different telephone lines are there, 3 telephone lines are there. So obviously telephone line will transmit the audible data. So the range is going to fix. Let's say it is required 0 to 4 kilowatts, but you have allocated bandwidth between 20 to 32 kilohertz. So how you are setting, whatever your first channel is there, you are modulated through the 20 to 24 kilohertz band. Then second, you are giving from 24 to 28, then another 28 to 30. So all these 3 are separated and it is combined on the different scale. So overall, it is look like you are having a 20 to 32 kilohertz band you have. But whenever you just putting into the band pass filter, this individual signal is going to separate out band. So आपको क्या करना पड़ेगा band pass filter पे? You need to put the carrier frequency according to first channel, then second, and then third. So individual that channel is going to again separate out. So this is a similar, it's the same type of the example. You can take it anything. Okay, like you can take it with the telephone line, you can take it with the mobile communication, you can take it with the satellite, television transmission, FM transmission. The thing is going to be same. So these are the things we have, and this is just an example. Like whenever we are having a such type of the thing, we also need to take care about the guard band. If we are using a frequency modulation, so as we have discussed in a previous that chapter, we need to put a guard band to avoid the overlapping between two channels. So if it will be like that, आपके पास 5 चैनल है, हर एक चैनल को 100 kilohertz चाहिए, and between a two channels there are a 10 kilohertz band you require. So how the band diagram will look like? Band diagram will look like this one. So compute overall required bandwidth of this multiplex signal. So what you need to do? 100 channel, 100 kilohertz का एक channel, 5 channel है तो 500 kilohertz तो चाहिए ही चाहिए. There are 4 guard band between them. 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4, and 4 to 5. Each guard band required a 10 kilohertz. So overall 500 plus 40 kilohertz. So you required 540 kilohertz of the channel bandwidth to accommodate such 5 channels. So ये example आ सकता है आपके exam में, mid-sem exam में, open book exam में. Like I will give you the example. Like this is the one channel requirement. It is get multiplex. That much of guard band you need to set. What is the required bandwidth? Calculate 1 mark 2, and you need to draw the such type of the diagram also. Is it okay? So that's much of the thing that we are going to keep it today. Everybody just write their enrollment number and name, and then they can go. If you have any doubt, any question, you can ask me. Yes, TC1, 2, 21, 166, 165, 79, 68, 59, 65, 26, TC2, 88, TC2, TC3, 35, 44, 40, 60, 50, 56, 46, 7, 54. Anybody else? After writing your enrollment number and name, you can go and you stay for 5 to 10 minutes.